Welcome back to the channel, everybody. The news just keeps on coming in. It's always interesting every single day. We have a little bit of XRP news today, XLM, VeChain. We'll see if we can get to the VeChain, Bitcoin, and Chainlink news. We're running a little short on time today. Let's begin here. So this article is titled XRP Athi and Michnik Calculator puts XRP at $15. I just can't wait until that run up starts. And then everybody's shocked. I won't be shocked. I won't be. I see the flood of money waiting. It's just about timing. That's it. When all of the clarity comes through and you have the BIS screaming for global regulations, you see the money pressing on the politicians right now, right? Like you see BlackRock's money behind the scenes, Franklin Templeton behind the scenes, pressing the SEC, pressing the politicians, the Congress. This is why a lot of their verbiage has changed. Like you read the articles where SEC was getting softer on crypto. Now, don't get me wrong. We still have a lot of opponents. No kidding. They'll go down like everybody else. We'll take them down like everybody else. We're going to defeat them like I told you we were going to do before. In a lot of other instances, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. They're going down. But anyway, $15. That's interesting. That's very attractive. You see that? Yeah. $15 would taste real good. I don't know why I think about money and I just start thinking about flavors and stuff like that. But anyway, that's weird, right? But whatever. It says here, XRP calculator based on the Athi and Michnik XRP valuation model puts XRP value at $15 in the next 2 years. Based on certain criteria. I was like, what, 2 years? I'm like, I want to see it next year. Somebody else out there was like, I know somebody else out there was like, I want to see it in the next few months. Hey, let's be professional. I know I'm having a good time, though. It says such as a $40 billion volume. XRP currently trades at 62 cents. Is it still at 62? I don't know. I've been looking at the charts. Only charts I looked at today were Quant. Oh, yeah, because Quant was looking real good today. Real good. That's it. That's all I looked at today. So 62 cents as of press time, despite its potential to revolutionize the global payment sector. See, I hate little backhanded comments like that. We haven't even been unleashed yet. We haven't even been able to serve our true purpose yet because we're being held back by this psychotic, no disrespect, regulatory environment. So how would you expect it to reach its full potential, any of these bank coins, if they haven't even been unleashed yet? You want to be pissed at somebody, be pissed at the regulators, be pissed at the government for not doing what they're supposed to do, period. How many other projects are being held back for that very same reason? The U.S. Always drags its feet on everything, but it is what it is. We continue to soldier forward. We continue to win. We continue to march toward victory. Hey, I have to stay focused. I got my eyes on the prize. You have to keep going forward, whether it rains, whether it snows, proverbially speaking, obviously, metaphorically speaking, obviously, I'm going to march forward. No matter what comes, I'm going to march forward because that's just me. That's just my way. I don't ask anyone to do the same. Okay. Now we're going to get onto some heavy information. We're going to get onto this XLM information, which actually I probably shouldn't because I didn't even get to that part where they talk about the $15. It says here, we'll read this little tidbit, and then we'll get onto the XLM information. The paper considered several market conditions, such as supply and demand, and the technology behind the asset XRP. It estimated XRP's fair market value to range from a low of $6.37 to a high of $32.91. That would have been a better headline, in my humble opinion. You talk that $32 talk to me. My eyes are like this. I'm ready to read your article. Talk that nice talk to me. Yeah, and $32. Oh, that's a very nice talk. It says here, shortly after Susan and Michnik released their evaluation model, a web-based calculator that uses this model surfaced. The Crypto Basic recently leveraged this calculator to, Crypto Basic, good job. Leveraged this calculator to estimate XRP value in the next 2 years, and the tool presented a price of $15. $15. Okay, now we're going to get into the XLM information. Man, the XLM information is the most dense information possible. I mean, man. So the other day we were talking about, I showed you the article, I showed you the blog post, I showed you some documents where XLM is talking about tokenization of bonds, right? So then we also saw that the Bank of International Settlements has a great relationship with the BIS, which a lot of people don't know that. I mean, Bank of International Settlements has a great relationship with the BIS. You let me say that. Stellar has a great relationship with the BIS. You know what I meant. Come on now. Come on. Most people don't know that. They had issued their green bond on Stellar, which has huge implications if that's a starting point. But wait, there is a reason that Stellar has begun there with the BIS. And they are, and they're so trusted by the BIS, and they're beginning with bonds. Sorry, I'm not so eloquent right now, but beginning with bonds because bonds are going to be huge. Treasuries, tokenization of treasuries is going to be huge. Look at this article right here. I'm going to show you just a little bit of proof. Stellar is very, very strategic. Now, once again, whether all of this works out, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. I just know that what they've been doing so far has been very, very meticulous, has been done very well. And they're starting with the powers. They're starting with the World Economic Forum, which, by the way, did you see the meeting that they were at this year? Once again, they're rubbing shoulders. Who was at that meeting at the Bank of International Settlements meeting earlier in the year? It was Stellar, Ripple, the World Economic Forum. Of course, it was hosted by the BIS. What was the other, the credit card company? Visa, which Stellar has had a relationship with for a long time because Stellar and Visa had teamed up to assist this company, Tala, which I haven't heard an update on Tala in a long time, where they were using or integrating with Stellar-based systems, right, for certain things. So they have a great relationship with Visa, but all the usual suspects were there again together after all these years. So there's a reason for that. And notice how I did see, what was it, Uniswap was there? I don't care about a Uniswap. But Stellar and Ripple were there together again, right? But anyway, this article was titled, Tokenization Could Improve Bond Market Efficiency, Hong Kong Regulator Says. And see, once again, Hong Kong, man, listen, they're going to play a major part in the new financial system, just spreading like wildfire in the future. But it says this, a successful $100 million tokenized green bond issuance. See how they're all beginning there? That's the beginning point. It's serious, but it's light enough where if anything were to go wrong, which it hasn't, they don't have to worry too much, right? Green bond issuance earlier this year has convinced the Hong Kong Monetary Authority to continue exploring tokenization to improve financial markets. So the markets need what the DLTs are offering. They need what Stellar is offering. This is why the BIS began with Stellar with their issuance of their green bond. This is tokenization where real world assets are converted into blockchain-based tokens has the potential to enhance efficiency, liquidity, and transparency in bond markets. Stellar is smart. A lot of people don't want to believe it. And listen, you can believe what you want. I'm not here to convince anybody. This is what I found, and I'm reporting on it. That's it. It says the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, but they're smart. They're very, very smart. It says Hong Kong Monetary Authority said in a Thursday report, the comment follows a successful $100 million tokenized bond issuance in February. Okay, so now let's move on to a little bit more proof that the tokenization of bonds, treasuries, this is going to be huge. But let's go here another little bit. This here is from businessinsider.com. It says here, let me scroll up just a bit. The digital format of the issued bonds, tokenized bonds, provides greater transparency and traceability. I told you that's going to be key. Look at this, look how they're talking. Once again, this is from businessinsider.com. So it's serious business. No pun intended. Although it did make me chuckle a bit. Anyway, It says, and traceability, as well as speedier transactions and settlements, according to the bank. At this point, this is where I say, if you like this content, right, please smash that like button. That lets me know to continue. When I see those likes going up, I'm like, okay, well, just let me keep this deep dive stuff going. It's worth it. Smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please join our family. We're on the train to 100K subscribers. Choo choo, hop on the train and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Tell your family members to subscribe. Tell your boss to tell your boss to subscribe. Tell the dude who delivered the donuts to subscribe. Every day I'm gonna come up with something new, something new that makes me laugh of who I'm gonna tell you to tell to subscribe. Anyway, let's get back to this XLM information. The bond issuance was, quote, also, oh, wait, we skipped a part. Traceability as well as speedier transactions and settlements, according to the bank. Wait a minute. What bank? It says here, Societe Generale. So you know it's serious. All of these banks are letting people know tokenized bonds are coming. Tokenized treasuries are coming. Major capital is going to take over. The people aren't hearing it, though, and it has already begun on Stellar. Already. That's going to grow. In my humble opinion, every single project starts out small and it expands. Now, they began working with the BIS, I believe, from my knowledge and from what I've seen, back in 2021. That's when things started getting serious. Let me put it that way. And it has continued. So they're obviously satisfied with the product. If they're satisfied with the product, the only next logical step could be that it grows. Now, I want to just give you an idea of how much the Bank for International Settlements respects Stellar based on their own verbiage from the horse's mouth. There's nothing better than that. So then we go to this document here, Project Genesis Report number 2, right? I just want to read this to you because the verbiage is important to get into the psychology of who it is that's using the technology. Then we can get a good future, a visionary perspective on where this can go. Are they going to use it more? Here it goes. This section here is from page number 16. All right. And it's titled Tokenization, Cryptographic Keys and Key Management. So let's listen to this here. Digital assets are registered on a digital registry. In this case, a ledger. In this case, a ledger that runs on Stellar Network. They don't make any secret that they're using Stellar. They don't. This is just the people don't pay attention. They don't care. They're just like, what's the price today? What's the price today? And I get it. I understand. But these long holds require a visionary eye. In my humble opinion, you're going to walk this path. It's going to be a tough path, partner. It says the ownership of the asset is recorded on the ledger as well. Ownership is expressed using strong cryptography, using what is known as public and private keys. Strong cryptography. This is how they're talking about Stellar. And this is exactly why they, in my humble opinion, not financial advice, why they will use it even more in the future. I don't believe that only XRP will have a flip of the switch moment. I believe a few of the bank coins are waiting to be unleashed and will have a flip of the switch moment. There's too many big actors involved. The people are not seeing what's coming. When you have clarity across the board, like the banks requested, when you have clarity across the board, like the Bank for International Settlements separately is calling for, well, they're using the phrase global regulation of global regulatory environment, a unified ledger, which really, if you look at their model, is not unified. It's just what they mean is they want everyone on one accord because everything will be customized, which is where interoperability comes in. Which is why Stellar was telling the White House, we have what you need for interoperability, which is why Donnell Dixon of Stellar, the leader of Stellar, was telling the World Bank, hey, we have what you need for interoperability because everything will be connected and Stellar can help with that. Quant can definitely help with that. Oh, that's another thing. The Bank for International Settlements has been sounding a lot like they gotten very, very deep with Quant. We already know they have a relationship with Quant. I'm going to get back to the article in the PDF in a moment. But they were talking about APIs. I'm just going to leave you with that one. It says here, strong cryptography using what is known as public and private key pairs. While there are many considerations and risks when making cryptographic keys usable for end users, they offer the unique capability of providing direct ownership over a digital asset. This means that ownership is always expressed through the presence of the cryptographic key, as opposed to ownership being recorded separately. This provides a high degree of interoperability. Remember, so they're telling you, they just referenced Stellar at the top, says runs on Stellar, a high degree of interoperability. Stellar and the BIS are praising Stellar Protocol to the moon. It says, between services, regardless of the underlying technology, the cryptographic math that validates a key and therefore proof of ownership of the asset remains the same across services and devices. In this way, digital tokens are akin to holding a stock certificate in a safety deposit box. But remember, they're talking about Stellar because not every chain is as secure or as efficient as Stellar. The deposit box in this case is a digital ledger. Clearly, like they said at the top, a ledger that runs on Stellar. The Bank for International Settlements is bullish on Stellar. It cannot be denied, or they would not trust them this much. They would not speak about them this way, and they would not issue their bond on Stellar if they did not. Just like Franklin Templeton trusts Stellar, just like Wisdom Tree trusts Stellar. Do you believe that they're the last ones? No, I don't. I just personally don't. You could disagree with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But I know they're sitting on announcements. You think the work ever stops? No, it doesn't. It doesn't stop. Now, we're going to end off with this last little bit. So this article is titled U.S. Treasuries Spearhead Tokenization Boom. It says in this little tidbit, it says, in the world of traditional finance, it's common to diversify a portfolio with treasuries and bonds, T-bills, bonds, which provides a sort of, quote, shock absorber in the case the stock market collapses. Crypto investors sometimes use the same kind of risk management, but instead of U.S. treasuries, they use stable coins. Some of us are into T-bills, bonds. We play with T-bills and bonds. We play with a lot of things. Like, we're well diversified over here. I don't know about anyone else. I just know on this channel, we're well diversified. But we dabble with stable coins as well. The good thing about stablecoins is that they're theoretically risk-free. The bad thing is, we'll skip that little part. No need for negativity. Quote, the U.S. government bond is seen as a risk-free rate, unquote, says Beiling. And if you can get 5% instead of 0% and do it on chain, then why wouldn't you? The other problem, then they go into some more problems with stablecoins. But what they're trying to do is make the case for tokenized treasuries, tokenized bonds. And in this article, they're telling people it's coming. This article here is titled, Analyst Argues VeChain Can Repeat 2021 Trajectory and Grow to $2. If it can do that, I'll take it. It says here, I'm super bullish on VeChain. It says, quote, all the above plus a potentially never before seen parabolic run for all of crypto due to the Bitcoin ETF and ETH ETF means I see VeChain going on another insane rally, which many will not expect, quote, the analyst submitted. His concluding tweet included a chart suggesting VET's potential trajectory to becoming a $2 asset by 2025. With VET now at 3 cents, a surge to $2 translates to a remarkable 5,334% growth. Now let's move here to this next article about Bitcoin. Let's keep up with what's going on with Bitcoin. People are making all types of massive predictions. This article is titled Bitcoin to $400,000. Max Kaiser points to Bitcoin price growth estimate. This is Max Kaiser, an influential Bitcoin advocate and advisor to the president of El Salvador, recently took to social media suggesting an implied hash adjusted price for Bitcoin that surpasses $400,000. Do you believe that Bitcoin is going beyond 400K? Let me know. While this sparks speculation about the potential price models, the practical implications are exerting increasing pressure on miners grappling with a substantial dip in profitability. The parallel surge in both hash rates and Bitcoin price presents a paradox for the mining community. A heightened hash rate signifies that miners must intensify their efforts to secure the next block, translating into an elevated operational cost and challenging operational landscape. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure. Let's move on here. A little bit of Chainlink news. So it says here, this article is titled, Chainlink Boost Oracle Accessibility as Bitcoin Eyes $1 trillion Boost. So let's find out what's going on with Chainlink, because I love everything that they're doing right now. So the Chainlink protocol has taken a significant step towards enhancing the accessibility of its oracles by directly contributing millions of Link tokens from its treasury. Meanwhile, the cryptocurrency market is buzzing with the excitement. Okay, then they talk a little bit about BlackRock. Why do they do that in these articles sometimes? They give me one sentence about Chainlink and the rest of the article is about Bitcoin and ETH. And I wanted to read about Chainlink. That was the headline. All right. Let's close out here with a little bit of gold, news from FX Empire. So this article is titled Gold, Silver, Platinum Forecast. Gold gains ground. Oh, gold has been looking beautiful lately, has it not? Oh, very beautiful. It says, as dollar falls towards multi-month lows. I love a weak dollar. So it says here, gold gains ground as U.S. dollar is moving towards multi-month lows, which is bullish for commodities. A successful test of the resistance at $2,065 to $2,075 will open the way to the test of the $2,100 level. Now let's go on to silver. Silver is mostly flat as gold and silver ratio. I thought it was at $24, right? Move back above the $85 level. From the technical point of view, silver stays above the $24 level. I thought so. So it has a good chance to gain momentum and move towards the resistance at $25 to $25.30. Let's get on to platinum. Sweet, sweet platinum. Platinum tested new highs and made an attempt to settle above the key resistance at $990 to $1,000. A move above this level will provide platinum with an opportunity to gain strong momentum. Yeah, listen, in 2024, once again, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just sharing, right? It's not financial advice. I'm not saying it so someone can go get some platinum. In 2024, one of the things I will continue to stack is going to be platinum. Oh, yes, yes. Probably, yeah. I'm mainly going to stack platinum. Like, I feel comfortable with gold, and I'm pretty comfortable with silver as well. That's how I feel. So now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.